guys, I'm back with another video of a wreath, and this one's gonna have a tropical kind of feel to it. And I'll show you what flowers I have and what all you need, and we're gonna get started right away, and hopefully we can make this look a little tropical. All right, so here we go. You're gonna need some scissors, you're gonna need a hot glue gun, you're gonna need 2 rolls of burlap ribbon from the Dollar Tree, a wreath form from the Dollar Tree. This is a smaller size, it is 14 inches. I have a couple greenery bunches from the Dollar Tree. Right now I have 4, and they all have little yellow flowers in. Okay? Some of them have like long purple things in like this, but we're just using the ones with the yellow for now. I have 2 bunches of ferns. This is called a spider plant, but it looks like a fern. Alright, I have 2 of those. I have 2 of these. I thought these were like the prettiest flowers ever. This is what like inspired me to make this wreath because I've never seen these before, so I had to grab them. And they are hibiscus flowers. I love these. I have yellow roses. I have these two-toned kind of pinky red roses. I have 2 of those. I have 1 of the yellow. I have 2 of these. I believe these are dahlias. They are. And they're like a peachy, or not peach, they're like a pinky purple on the edges. I have 3 of the dollar peonies. They're each $1 for the big, huge peony. So 1 light pink and 2 dark pink. And then I have 1 bunch of peonies that are very light colored. They're kind of like peachy pink. Alright, so the very first thing we're going to need to do is, of course, to cut the tag off our wreath, and then to wrap our wreath with the burlap ribbon. I'm not sure exactly how many flowers in total we will be using on this wreath, but, you know, if you have extras, save them and put them towards another project. If I can get the plastic off, that'd be great. Alright, because that's what I do with all my extra flowers. I'm sorry guys if I've been making a lot of wreath videos, but I really am trying so hard to clean up my craft room and make some space down here on the floor, because that's where everything is sitting behind me, in front of me, beside me, and it's just, it's like, it's ridiculous. I have to get these things done. Okay, so let's start wrapping up our wreath into our burlap ribbon. My glue gun is going to be extremely hot right now because I left it on for quite some time, so I'm going to have to be super careful not to burn myself, but you know, come on, let's be real. I probably will. So I hope everybody's been having good days, or trying to have good days and staying positive the best they can. And I know it's a struggle with everything going on right now, guys. I'm right there with you, don't worry. Trust me. Alright, so just keep wrapping it around. I love hibiscus flowers. They're so beautiful, but the bees love them too. That's one thing that I don't like. And they have hibiscus trees now, which is super cool. Okay, almost enough. Not quite. Maybe this little piece will help me. This is from another project I did just recently. I'm going to see if I can get it to mush together to see if I can have enough with just this little part and the other roll that I already put on. I hope I can. It'll save me some ribbon. If not, oh well, I have to use it up anyway. Nope, it's not going to fit. But That's all right. Because now I just used it instead of throwing it in the garbage, so that it is not being wasteful. I used my little scrap piece, so I'm happy with that anyway. I always usually buy 2 rolls of ribbon. Even if I'm doing a small wreath form, I usually always buy 2 because you never know. I'd rather have more than less, because I can always use the more on something else. Alright. This is going to be done in like a couple wraps, but oh well. Alright. Now, that's done. We're going to cut this. And then I'm just going to glue this down. And then we're going to start with our big flowers first. We're not going to use the peony flower leaves on this wreath. So just keep them because they're big, beautiful leaves that you can use on something else. All right. So let's take off our flowers here. And I think I'm going to put one here. And I'm going to put one at the top. Okay. Just like this. Okay. You can cut the bottom of this just a tiny bit. Don't cut too far down. Don't try to get it completely flat. If you do that, you're going to be sorry you did, because your whole flower is going to fall apart, and you don't want that. All right. There we go. We're off to a good start here, guys. There we go. Now, we got jute on here. Now we have to decide, do we want to put the third big peony on here? Because we got lots of other flowers that we can add. Do we want to add it? It's pretty big. Or do we want to save it for something else? If we use the big flower, we can save on the little flowers. I think I'm gonna add it. Right here. Just like this. Okay. Now, you guys see that? All right. So now, I'm going to want to put these peachy colored peonies by my pink, big huge pink one. Cut the stems a little bit long. I'm going to put one flower diagonal across from the other one. One at the top of the pink peony and one at the bottom. Okay? Like that. And then I'm going to grab my hibiscus flowers. And I'm going to keep the leaves with these also. And I'm going to cut these about 2.5 inches long. We're going to take 4 of them. Okay. Alright. I was like, oh, you don't have any petals or leaves. Yes, you do. It's just up too far. All right, and now I'm gonna put these guys on here the same exact way that I did with the other flowers that I just put on. Okay, and I'm gonna put these by the big peonies, by the darker colored peonies. Okay. And then up top as well. Take it easy there. Okay. Come on now. Sit still. Alright, so that's what we got so far. Let's see if I can raise this a little bit so you can see better. Okay. So now I want to add a little color. So I'm going to add in these, but I'm not going to use the leaves, because I want to not fill up my whole wreath with the leaves from the flowers, because I have leaves that I need to use. So I'm going to clip off a couple of these guys here. Try 4. See how that goes, huh? Alright, so then we're going to put these by the darker colored flowers. This guy just came unglued. We gotta give him a fix. Hold on. I'm trying to keep lighter flowers by the darker flowers, and the darker flowers by the lighter flowers. Like anything that's darker, like this is much darker than that, so I'm going to keep that by that. This is much lighter, so I'm going to keep that over here. Alright, so I have a feeling this wreath is going to be done super, super quick. Alright, so I'm going to put another flower over there. It's giving me troubles. It's getting an attitude with me. And I want to take 2 of these darker flowers and put them by the lighter peony. We'll keep the leaves on these. And we're not going to even use all of these flowers. We're going to have a bunch of leftovers. So that's good. Okay, so we got 2 of these light ones to go on still. Alright. One there, and then one down here. Okay, so I would like to try to get some more of these in there, if I can, the hibiscus. So I'm going to see if I can figure out a spot or 2 to weasel another couple of these in here. Maybe I'll just put one right here by the pink flower anyway, so it sticks out on the edge. I don't know how far it's going to stick out. I don't want it to stick out really far. stick it right there. So that's where this one's gonna go. Just like that. Now we have one more. And we definitely need something to break up all the green, we need something to break up all the pink and the little bit of reds here, the reddish pinky colors and peachy colors, but way too many of the same colors. So we need to break it up a bit, but I want to just add these little babies in here real quick. Like that, okay? Can you see? Okay, I might add some more of those. I don't know. I'll see once I'm done with the green. All right, so we're gonna pull these off. I might cut these in half. I mean, they're pretty big. I don't know how weird that's gonna look, leaving them that long. Yeah, it's pretty weird. So we're gonna have to cut these down a bit. So I'm just gonna trim them shorter, and then I'm just gonna tuck them in where it needs some green. Basically, if you cut these in half, I think you'll be at a good size for these leaves. We're just going to overlap leaves this way and that way. Trying to tuck these in here so they're not hiding on us. I want to be able to see them. So I tucked that one in with the peony flower, like right underneath the petal, the last petal, and between the petal and the leaf of the peony. That's where I stuck that guy. This big glob of glue, yuck. Alright, and then I think I'm going to do the same thing, but just put it on the top. I really want to get like a tropical kind of feeling out of this wreath here. And then we're going to just keep going around. And I'm going to keep building it up. I took the wrong end. What did I do at the top? Here it is. Almost glued the bottom on. This up and then stuff this under. Just like that. Okay? And we're definitely gonna need a second bunch. I'm glad I got 2 bunches of these because we're definitely gonna need it. Alright, now we're just gonna keep going, cutting these up, place them underneath. Okay. Ouch. Come on. Nice. There we go. It's getting there. It's getting there. How many more of these do we have? Alright, I'm going to put this guy here. I'm going to stick this one over here. Got a couple more. This one is going over here by the pink one. I'm just going to pull up all the leaves. All right, we have one last one that I'm going to put up here. Underneath the hibiscus. All right. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do is see if we want to put some of these greenery bunches with the little yellow berry type looking flowers in. So I'm going to pop one off and I'm going to just stick it here. I think it looks beautiful. I like it. I can tell already. It's going to make it look even better. Yes, I like it. I like it. And we're going to just add a bunch of those. Okay, so keep plucking these apart. I don't necessarily want these dingleberries or whatever the heck they are, cherries. I don't know what the hell these are. These are coming off. I'll put the greenery on, but I don't want those. All right. I'm just going to work with the yellow for right now. We're just doing yellow. If I need to go back in with greenery, then I will. But for right now, it's just these little yellow flowers. I wish they would make different varieties of these greenery bushes from the Dollar Tree because I really love these. I think they're beautiful. They make your wreaths even prettier. We're not going to crowd this one too much. Because I have some little flowers that I want to stick in here, some Queen Anne's lace. I want to see if that's going to look all right in here. And if so, we're going to put some of that in. There's probably another bunch here. And something over here. And then we're probably good. All right. I'm going to put your finger in there. That's for sure. All right. We need something back here. There we go. And then one up here. Right? Okay. I'm so sorry if you cannot see the entire wreath because it is big and these flowers are big and I'm trying to show you what it looks like as I go, but it's kind of hard. All right. So that's what we got so far. So now I just want to get out the Queen Anne's lace. We're not even going to put the yellow flowers on. I think the berries were just enough yellow. We don't need any more. Plus this Queen Anne's lace has like a tingy yellowy color to it. So I think that'll be enough for what we need. All right, so And the heads keep falling off. So that can get annoying. So I have a bag full of heads in here. When you can't get them to stay on the stem, they're usually good for, like, if you're having a hard time putting the same one back on and it just won't go back on, just keep it off and use it for a, you know, project where you have, you know, flowers. You can put it in and stick it in there, just that one little tiny piece. Maybe a smaller project with less flowers. And they love to get stuck together too. Alright, we're keeping the greenery with the Queen Anne's lace. This is one bunch that I have here. Maybe need more, don't know, till I get this on. And then we're just gonna figure out where we want to put this. It's fighting with me, huh? Okay, I'm not happy with that spot. Definitely need one there. Okay. We definitely need one down there. And when I'm out of this, I don't know what in the world I'm going to do. I'm going to have to try to find it again. Sometimes this stuff is hard to find. The Baby's Breath and the Queen Anne's Lace, sometimes I have a really hard time finding it. Which stinks, because when you want to do a project and you can't find the flower that you really want to put in it, it doesn't, you know, you don't want to do it without that flower sometimes. It really stinks. I mean, I have a couple Dollar Trees up here that I can try to find it at, but I guess it's a popular flower. Alright, so here's that. I didn't put any glue on that guy because I jammed him in there pretty good. If he falls out, I'll pluck him out and then put some glue on him. I don't know why these hibiscus flowers were making me think of flamingos. I don't know why that is, but it was making me think of flamingos. Alright, so we need one up top. Yeah, we're going to need a little bit more of this Queen Anne's Lace. Just a touch more. Come on now. Uh-huh. So let's see how many more I have on the stem. One bunch on the stem. 2 bunches. Okay, that's it. 2 bunches and they're all gone. Mama had a baby and her head popped off. Do you guys used to sing that when you picked up dandelions? Did you ever have anybody take the dandelion and like make it go down your arm like it was peeing on you? Yeah. Those are the stupid things that we did when we were kids. I like to make sure that these are opened. It just makes it look prettier. So I just like to push them open so you can see the middle. And where do I want to put this last one? Down here somewhere, maybe. It really could probably use another one up here. Let me see what I can do to fix that, if I can fix that problem. It could definitely use one right in here. Right over here. Let's see what I can do. Because I don't have that little thing that they come all on. Maybe I can find a big head of them, a big cluster in here. I don't think I can, but I'll try. Yeah, they're all single, except for this one in my hand. Okay. That's what we got. I am going to put this one on here, hopefully. Or maybe not. Nope. Okay. So let's see if I can just tuck it in here somehow. It's just down too far, that's the problem. I could tuck it there. Okay, these have little holes on them, so I can get these in here. Like this. That one did not have a hole on it. So we're going to put each individual head on a stick. Alright, one more. Put on. Oh my gosh, every single other one went on. There we go. Okay. I'm going to use it without because the other ones don't have it. So I'm just going to cut these off. One of, I have no choice. I have to use them like this. Whoa. Alright. I don't know why these are so hard to cut. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to take them all over here. And I'm going to have to glue each single leaf up, whatever. And at least we can get the flowers we need in here. I really have to scrape this glue gun off. It looks disgusting. I'm gonna go over here. These guys. Okay, I got 3 left. Let's see. Maybe up here. I'm just going to use the glue that I already used to put it in there. Okay. There we go. Now over here you can put a bow. You can turn it this way and put your bow at the top. You can turn it this way, put your bow at the bottom. Or you can leave it, you know, you can turn it this way and turn it to the side. You can turn it this way and turn it to the side. That's the advantage of making a wreath like this, is you have options of what you want to do. You could make the bow and put it on this side, which is what I think I'm going to do. So now, we just have to figure out what bow do we want. I did get a bunch of new ribbons, but the thing is, they're really thin, and I'm going to need a wider ribbon for a bow. I have this green. Let's see what I got in the bag of goodies. I think I can probably do the thin ribbon with the burlap ribbon. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll show you how to do that. You're going to want to take the thin ribbon and put it on top of your burlap ribbon. Alright, are you going to make a middle for your bow? If you are, you're going to need to curl it around with so it has a big enough loop in the middle, and holding it, hold on to it, because you're going to have to make sure you're holding on to both of those ribbons. Okay? And then twist. And the reason you're twisting is so that the ribbon design is always on top. Okay, because if you don't twist it, it's going to be underneath and you're not even going to see it. And since this is going to be in a smaller spot, we don't want these loops to be humongous here. And if you've never made a bow before, I suggest that you practice without the thin ribbon, because it's much more difficult with the thin ribbon trying to make a bow. I gotta make this loop in the middle a little bit skinnier. Okay. Let me just take this off the roll. It's gonna get twisted. It's gonna get aggravating. Indeed. Alright, both the ribbons are off the roll now. Here's my... See, it does that stuff to you? That is aggravating. They do have bow machines that help you make bows easy, but I think that's cheating, and plus I already know how, so. All right. We're going to make a loop, and we're going to make sure it's not humongous. We don't want humongous loops on this one. Okay. And I still have my fingers in there. It's very awkward to hold. Yes, it definitely is. But I'm still holding it. Untangling my ribbon. My fingers are cramping already. Okay. We're going to put probably 3 loops on each side. I like 3 the best. It's getting difficult to hold. We're gonna get it. We should have had our wire ready. But that's all right. Manage that too. I'm very stubborn like that. When I think I want to do something, I put my mind to it and I do it. And I will try and try and try and try until I get it. All right, there's 2. This is our last loop on this side. Here's our last loop on that side. And here We got to twist it one more time because that is the tail. We got to cut this. Scissors, 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 where are you? Alright, so I'm going to let go of this one part here and cut it the same length as the other ribbon. Alright. Now I'm going to take this and wrap it up into a big longer loop, and that's going to be our loop for our tails. We're going to cut that. Okay, here it is, still in my hand. My fingers are cramping. I did it, I did it. Yeah, don't say you did it yet, huh? That wire's not on. I've had ribbons fall apart at the very last second before I could get the wire ready. And that sucks. There's a fly in here that I must murder. I'm using like the crappiest wire ever for this. This actually is really good, strong wire, but it's not for what I'm doing. Come on. Thank you. I'm just going to double it up so it's extra strong. And my finger is slipping because I can't feel how tight or loosely I am grasping this. Through the middle first, always, always, always. And then under the bottom. And you can twist, 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 pull your fingers out, and twist, and twist, and twist. Don't twist too much because this wire, like I said, could be better. It is strong, but it could be better. Alright, so this is the tail. I am just going to cut it straight across. I'm not going to give it any kind of edges, any pointy edges or anything. Straight across. Good enough. Okay, we're just going to fluff it up a tiny bit, because when you go to put it on the wreath, it's going to need to be refluffed anyway. So and you can pull on it a bit now that it's all together. You know, don't be scared to tug on it a little. I mean, don't pull really hard because you'll pull it apart, but you can tug on it somewhat. If one loop is bigger than the other, give it a little pull. Alright, I'm going to make this loop a little bit smaller. So you have to figure out which loop you got to pull to make it smaller. There we go. I just got to twist it the right way to see which. I'm going to put you down on the bottom, and you down on the bottom, and you down on the bottom. We're going to get some glue, and we're going to glue this right here on the edge, and then we can fluff it up again. I know, you're like, fluff it up again now. I'm just going to split this a little bit, because I don't need all this wire back there. Make sure before you glue it, your tails are where you want them to be, on the bottom. Make sure they're not like on the top. Okay. Now I'm not going to pull on this until it's dried a little bit. or if you pull on it, hold on to it, because you don't want to unglue it as you're trying to fluff it up a bit. Okay. So now all you need to do is put a hanger on there, and how you can do that is very easily get a piece of jute, make it pretty long, and go up under the flowers right here where you want it to hang. And then just make the little knot that's around the wreath. And I'm just going to make a little knot, and then I'm going to pull the string like this, and I'm going to tie the two pieces together in a knot. And that's pretty much all that I do to make a hanger for it. You can make it as long or as short as you want, of course. And here is our tropical looking wreath. I think it came out pretty cute. What do you guys think? And you can fluff up your flowers now too. You can push these open more. And if you want to like add a little bit of something to it, you could also, like, if you have any pretty beads or rhinestones, you could glue one in the middle of each of these flowers. That would help it stay opened. I think these flowers look prettier when they stay open, but you don't have to do that. It's just an idea. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and I will be back to join you in another video. I love you guys. Bye.